a man coming in his kingdom. Pretty sure that's what you're
So
referring
that
to.
doesn't mean returning, then, is what you're saying.
Well,
returning to his kingdom.
No, coming in his kingdom.
Coming in, oh,
Yeah.
so coming in his kingdom.
So they will.
So that can be misinterpreted or interpreted
Well,
as
if you
anytime.
go on to the very next verse, which is the next chapter, it says, "Now after 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, John, and his brother, led them up on a high mountain by themselves, and he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as the light. And behold, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, talking with them." So, you know, it said that some of you here will, before you die, you're going to see the Son of Man in his glory, in the glory of the Father.
And so you're saying 6 days later that happened?
And 6 days later, they saw up on top of that mountain.
Well, that's your
As
interpretation.
I recall, that's not the one you're referring to. In fact, in this very room several years ago, there was a local fellow that came in and had a big talk about this very subject, about Christ coming back and appearing within his generation, before the people in his generation died off. And
Okay, you're referring to Matthew 24.
Right, that's what he,
Right.
it's different.
That's the
paragraph.
generation that begins to see all of those things come to pass.
Yeah,
So you're,
I got a whole book
see
on
that,
home
that's
somewhere.
so ambiguous, the generation. You know,
No, it's
who
not.
could have put it,
It's not.
these guys that wrote the Bible, I could say misconstrued the Bible, wrote it so good that it is a piece of work, I have to admit. It is really wisely written by some men that wanted to convince people of what it is. Because when you say a generation, you're talking eternity, you're talking whenever. You can interpret that as any time. So, you know, I know in my world, Jesus won't be coming back. Now, if he does come back, this is something that I would convert. And I think the world would convert, in fact. If Jesus came back, not to me, but to every world leader. Remember, he could do this, he's God. Every world leader in the morning woke up and Jesus was there at the foot of his bed. His wife couldn't see him, his servants couldn't see him, but every leader in the known world, 127 countries, major countries, saw Jesus, as well as every religious leader in the world. All the imams, all of the, of course the Christians, they wouldn't have any problem with it, but every other religion, their leaders, the Dalai Lama, would see Jesus. Jesus would say, "Stop fighting each other," and poof, disappear. What do you think would happen? He could say something else, but I just gave an example. All the leaders would get together. "Hey, man, did you just see what I saw? Yeah, wow, man, that did it for me. I'm going to church right now. Yeah, we better start fighting. We better stop fighting." And all the religious leaders, of course,
would they all
would say
just
it.
shrug it off and say that couldn't have been real?
Well,
I'm skeptical that that really happened.
only if it happened once, yes.
Well, see, the thing is that...
But if everybody saw it at the same time,
it did happen.
there would be no fighting.
Bruce, it did happen one time, and you
You're
have
kidding.
Catholics even now saying, well,
One
that didn't
time.
happen.
You mean the resurrection?
No, I mean, when Jesus came and literal...
Well, I think we should...
Well, I enjoyed this very much.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed it as enlightening. And like I said from the beginning, I don't want to change anybody's minds. If there's any seeds of doubt, I'm sure that you can ask them of Doug. And there might not be any in here tonight, but
Bruce, I just want to thank you for coming. We appreciate it. You were in the
Thank
hot
you
seat
very
for
much.
a while.
I enjoyed it, actually.
And we learned a lot. You know, we learned what makes an atheist tick, and we appreciate it very much. So,
Thank you very much.
thank you.